podcast, the Down to Earth Network, with your host, Sean Myrie. People, please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Now, the title is called World War III. People are talking now because of a lot of conflicts that is going around the world, but is it actually just starting now, World War III? No, World War III's been going on for the last 25 years or so, World War III. So if you want to know what World War is, it's um, different countries fighting on, they're all fighting, not just two countries, a whole bunch of countries fighting at once. That's what makes a world war. So a lot of people are thinking that Russia, America, China, and maybe some others might be going to a war. Well, there's already a war going on. It's an economic war, what's going on, that Trump has really ignited, especially with the tariffs. So World War III is already in motion. People are doing what they got to do for their own country. Uh, People have their own conflicts. America is always in some type of conflict, but let's see where this goes because right now Russia is still fighting Ukraine. China, they want Taiwan. They want to take over Taiwan fully. America, their hands are full with a whole bunch of situations all around the world. So World War III, is it going to happen? It is happening right now. They're just turning on the buttons and hopefully, um, you know, not too much people die this time from this war that's building up. Um, Trump is making some moves right now, especially with the oil, what he has captured with the American military in um, South America. So Trump is making moves that definitely could fund his army to have a war. The oil in Venezuela definitely could fund Trump's military. Um, China, they got a deal with America. Russia doesn't. So this is the beginning for you to see the conflicts, what's going to be going on, right? So World War III is really in motion right now. World War III is in motion more than ever. It's getting heated. People are testing their weapons. They're showing that they are going with their military close to certain areas. Like I said, China, Taiwan, they're going towards. America has already made their moves all around the world. America is moving their military. You got Russia moving their military. They're saying ever since America stopped or tried to stop those oil tankers, or that they're bringing their submarines close to Greenland. Nice being less up. Thank you. That's our brand, Earthquake Sound International. Um, yeah, right now they're moving the military, Russia. They're moving submarines. I don't know if it's real news, but close to Greenland as America claims they want to capture Greenland. Um, Trump put it out there. If they don't capture Greenland or take over Greenland, it's going to be China or it will be Russia. So there is a world war going on. It's just you're not seeing the bombs fully go off yet. So if America is saying they want to go to Greenland, right? They want to go to Greenland because it's for the military reasons. People should listen because Russia is actually making that move right now, or they already have been making a move, and China's been making the move. So this World War III, it's already in motion. It's starting with the economics. I'm taking a major dump. Well, watch away, yo. Yeah, right now it starts with the economics. It's the tariffs. It's which America is taxing a lot of the everybody. That's what he's putting out there, and he doesn't care. So he's taxing everybody, and he's making a lot of countries angry with him. So I'm talking Mr. Trump, which is representing America. So that's what's going on. So World War III is really in motion. Iran, they're falling. Well, it seems that like their government has no control over the people. Trump already warned Iran after blasting them like a month or so ago. He warned recently not to hurt the people who are protesting. News is coming out that protesters are dying, right? The news is coming out that the protesters are dying, so it doesn't look good that people are dying in Iran. And if that's true, guess what? Trump's going to go over there and blast. And then what's going to happen if he goes over there and start blasting? That's another situation they're in. Will the Iranian military just bow down to America, or will they respond if they go there? Right now, it's unstable in Iran, and a lot of people are protesting in the streets. But they cut the internet off. They cut the internet off as they mentioned earlier. So them cutting the internet off is trying to hide what's going on. But in this day and age, it's hard to hide. And remember, people, Trump, he put it out there. If they don't behave, if they hurt the people, he's gonna take military action with America, right? But that's Russia's ally, right? That's Russia's ally. So it's going to be kind of interesting if America reacts to Iran and what Russia does, because for sure, 100%, Russia has some type of contract with America. I mean, I'm not saying with America. Yeah, they do have a contract with America, but Russia has a contract with Iran, right? 100% oil contract with Iran. So, what's going to happen with that if America takes over Iran? Will America hold Russia hostage with the oil? Because obviously, for years and years, you've been hearing that Iran and Russia has a deal for years. Russia and Iran have a close relationship for years. So, America going in there, is that gonna help? Nah, that's gonna make probably some bad blood right now. There's bad blood right now because America was helping Ukraine, right? They were helping Ukraine. I don't know if they're still helping Ukraine, but Russia's fighting Ukraine, and when America was helping, if they might still be helping, that could be the bad blood. What's going on? There's definitely bad blood if America is helping Ukraine still, and Russia, they're dying. Donald Trump just mentioned there's 30,000 Russian soldiers that have died. 30,000 Russian soldiers have died. That's a lot. That's bad. And it hasn't been that long. 30,000 soldiers. Imagine 30,000 American soldiers dead. 30,000. So that shows you something's really going on. And who does Russia blame? Who's helping Ukraine? Canada. Canada is helping Ukraine with weapons and with finance. So Canada is guilty of financing Ukraine, right? So that's a battle too. So Canada's in there too because we're helping finance Ukraine to fight Russia, and Russia is fighting back. So what is going on with this war? World War III. It's right now. It's going on right now. It's going on right now. As someone mentioned in an earlier live I had, you're talking about the BRICS in Europe. Yeah, something changes in Europe with the money, right? The last couple of years, and that's why Trump is doing what he wants to do, right? Because Europe they done messed up the money, with all the stuff what's going on with the euro and the BRICS. He did not like that, so he put out that you know, he put out his own thing, the tariffs, start charging every country, and that is what's making a lot of people fight, right? And that's what's making him doing what he wants to do in South America, making America great again, right? Yeah, he wants to make America great again. He wants to make the world great again through from what he's doing. From what he's doing, he thinks he's going to make the world great again. But Russia, right now, they're looking at a lot of stuff, and they don't care. They're fighting back through their conflict with Ukraine. Now, like I mentioned earlier, if Russia was to go take over Ukraine fully, go to the capital, take out the prime minister or the president fully, is America going to allow that? Will America allow um, Russia to fully take over Ukraine? Will they do that? Right? Because right now, America took over Venezuela. It'll be a very big hypocrite. There'll be a very big hypocrite, America, if they complain about Russia taking over Ukraine fully. So right now, in the front lines or on the front lines, Russia could do whatever they want. They could drop a big bomb on Ukraine, and America can't say anything, or they shouldn't say nothing because they're having their own wars, right? And Iran now, Iran is saying that just leave them alone because worry about your own country. That's what Iran is saying to America. Iran is saying, worry about your own country. Stop coming into ours, or trying to come into theirs. That's what they're saying. And then you got Israel. Israel that is with America talking a lot, right? So everybody wants to do their thing. Every conflict, what was quiet for a while, is becoming alive right now. Every conflict, every major world conflict that was kind of dead is back again, and it's on. So that's why this episode is called World War III. It's already going on. World War III been going on for 25 years. From the World Trade Centers fell to the ground, World War III started, right? From you had Bush, right? And then you got Obama, and after then you had Mr. Trump. And then you had, what's his name, Biden for a little break, and now back to Trump. World War III started from the two towers dropped, fell, right? A lot of conflicts started from that. You just check it out. A lot of conflicts started. So, what's going to happen in the world next? I'm surprised the oil prices haven't gone up because of all these conflicts. I'm surprised the oil prices really haven't gone up. But the next move is America talking to Russia in some type of conference. Guaranteed. That's the next move because America already talked to China. They already talked to China. China's not going to do nothing. All right? China's not going to do anything. People thought China would have full beef with America. They're not doing anything. They only care about themselves. China only cares about themselves. America reminded China the other day that World War II, they helped China in World War II, and how they should recognize that America helped them in World War II, which is true. So, World War III, China, unless they're threatened, they're going to sit this one out. China's going to sit this one out. I don't think China is going to. Well, they're in there still. Let me backtrack that. They're still in there in a way because economically, when it comes to money, it's affecting them. So unless Trump takes off the tariffs off of China fully, if Trump takes the tariffs off China and he's dealing with them for the what's called the oil in Venezuela, that makes China an ally. So I'm thinking America's really trying to get China to be an ally. I think that's what Trump is trying to do, is to be really friendly with China. So that whole world war battle will be even. So Russia is good friends with China too. Remember, this is what I think is really going on. Russia and China is, I mean, Russia and America, they're fighting over China. Say it again. Russia and America, they're fighting over China. So China now is they're all right now because they got a deal. They got a deal what they wanted in Venezuela. They got that deal. America put it on the table that they're gonna deal with China. Um, Trump is having the world come to him right now because obviously Venezuela is a big what's called a supplier of oil. So the world is coming to Trump, and Trump knows that he got the world in his hand. But World War III, will it happen? Will we see bombs go over to America? Will we see bombs go over to Russia? It's a different type of war right now. It's the economic war right now that's going on. Uh, America has made Russia punish through economics, and that's what's going on. Guaranteed in Russia, they're suffering, but in America, the only thing what's going on, right? Because it's an economic war, is social problems now. Now they got a social problem in the streets, and unless somebody overseas knows how to do something to make it even worse, nothing's gonna happen. But Iran, the resentment for the Islamist regime is growing bigger and bigger, and probably America's behind that. So, like I'm saying, the only bombs you're gonna see is the bombs hitting Iran if they're not lit, if they harm their people. That's the only bombs you're gonna see. You're gonna see some bombs go over to Iran if Trump feels that the people are hurting, like what happened into Nigeria. So people take him serious because if he went to Nigeria, and a lot of people don't really know, well, he says it's because of Christians, right? Christians were dying. If he went to Nigeria just because of news stories and people are saying that Christians are getting killed, and we never really saw any pictures, we didn't really see no outrage from the Nigerian government or anything, it was silent. And he went over there with the powers of the American military and blasted. We don't even know how much people died in that attack. So if he could do that, America will go anywhere. Right now, he's putting out there that America will go anywhere, right? Especially at his command, if you know who I'm talking about. At his command, America will go anywhere. So World War III is going on right now, people. It's not going on because you say, oh, all this stuff is going on right now. So yes, World War III because Russia's angry, China's angry, and Iran is angry, North Korea's angry. No, they've been angry ever since the terrorists. Even before that, they've been angry. There's sanctions on North Korea from America. There's sanctions on Russia from America. And there's probably sanctions on other places. So sanctions is when you cut off a country from accessing certain things, right? Certain goods from places, right? Limit them from moving around and getting like trade, doing their business with other countries. So Russia has sanctions on them from America and maybe even Canada. North Korea has sanctions from America, maybe Canada, even Europe, right? Those places guaranteed has sanctions already. So people most of the time, or America most of the time, they put sanctions on a country before they attack them. Put it like that. It could take 10 years. America puts sanctions on countries before they attack them. Just look on that, right? There's no sanctions on Israel because Israel is good with them, but there's sanctions on other places right now. So Russia doesn't like fully what America is doing. Um, Trump, he claims he likes Putin. He claims he likes Putin, but he wants Putin to kind of listen to him. Remember, Mr. Trump's a bully, but he doesn't know who he's messing with. Putin is a bully himself, right? Remember that. The president of Russia is a bully himself. The North Korean Kim, he's a bully himself. So right now they're probably talking about what America is doing. You're talking about what America is doing. They're not benefiting from what America is doing. But China now, they were angry before, but they're with America. No talk about China really having any problems with America. And Trump is smart to befriend them. Trump is doing the works. He's befriending the Chinese government. So they have a lot of people um, paranoid right now. A lot of people they got paranoid that that World War III is just going to happen now. They got people thinking it's just going to happen right now, World War III, but it's been going on. World War doesn't have to start with guns and bombs. It starts through, I guess, what they're doing right now, economic, screwing up people's financial system, making people um, have conflicts because in the world, a lot of these people who are complaining about the government, they're saying the government is making them starve, right? The people starve. The government's not supplying any help for, I guess, the people who are starving. And that's one reason Nicolas Maduro, the people in Venezuela, they've been talking, they're saying people been starving because the high prices of food and stuff like that. Um, a lot of countries they're having the same issue. America has brought through these tariffs, and it has affected a lot of people. It's a domino effect. So, for example, in Canada now, it hasn't really affected people as much in Canada, but certain things, if you want it, certain things from America might cost you a little bit more. But it's not as bad in Canada because Canada has its own things that we could depend on. But America right now is hurting a lot of other countries that probably don't have certain things that rely on a lot of American products. So a lot of countries that rely on American products, if your leader is somebody who's not favorable in the world, you guys are suffering from that. The prices for American goods are high for other countries to purchase, and that's what's going on. And the World War III is economic right now, and now it's going to the physical even more. So, like I said, if Iran does not listen, if Iran keeps doing what they're doing in the Middle East, he's going to blast them. He's going to take them over. Um, I'm talking Donald Trump. The American government will the take over that regime, take them out fully. And it seems like people are willing to die in the streets knowing that their government in Iran will do it because thousands of people are out in the streets. Thousands of these people are out in the streets, right? They got cameras. They will capture some of you. And when they capture you, what I'm hearing in Iran is death. So they're probably capturing hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, right? But the government, right, or the supreme leader He's got to be very, very careful right now because you got a man in America who wants to play the superhero of the world. And he already put it out there. If you guys do not listen, he will blast you. Is Iran ready for that? Are you guys going to be talking tough talk how you have a nuclear weapon? Is Iran going to be saying they got all these nuclear weapons? I don't think that's going to work against America right now. I don't think Iran talking tough is going to work against America right now. They already set up the stage to go blast Iran. So if Iran wants to talk tough, good luck to them. Good luck to you in your little time to be powerful. If they want to talk tough, Iran, good luck to them. It's a trap. He already set it up. They're really, really close. They're itching to blast Iran. And when they blast Iran, they're not going to leave Iran. They're going to blast it, they're going to blast it, and they're not going to just leave Iran. They're going to have the American military this time in Iran fully. Imagine that. They're not too far from them. They're in Iraq already. So if the people are dying in Iran from the Islamist regime, guaranteed they will feel America's wrath more than ever. They will not stall. They will go. They're ready. They're gun hoeing right now. They're just ready for it. Any country that is enemy of America, or you're doing stuff what this guy doesn't feel is right, Mr. Donald Trump, they're going to blast you out the water. That's what they're gonna do right now. So the guy, Mr. Kim from North Korea, talking about weapons and showing off what he could do and all that shit, that's not gonna work. You might be next. You might be next. Didn't you hear the type of weapon they used it for Venezuela? America has weapons you don't even know about. Didn't you hear about the weapon that it made the soldiers bleed, their nose bleed and shit like that? They could do certain things what a lot of people don't know. It made people's nose bleed, right? They have never seen weapons like what they have. Russia, I'm sure Russia has certain weapons too, but America has certain weapons what could turn off all the other militaries' shit. Right? Remember, they say they control space. Who controls the satellites? I said this for years. Who's in space controls the world. Whoever is in space controls the world, right? And there's only two people, two countries that dominate space. It's America and it was Russia. I know China tried to go up there, but it was America and still mostly America that controls that. So whoever controls the satellites controls the world. They've been playing with people's minds for years about threats of World War III, threats of nuclear weapons. How do you set off a nuke? How are you going to set it off without that satellite? Unless it works without a satellite. So guess what? America could shut all the satellites off from all of these other, um, I guess, their enemies or these countries. They could shut the satellite off. So what's going to happen when America comes for you? Because that's what's going to happen. World War III. Sadly, it has to involve America, right? Sadly, because you got a guy who wants power, right? And he's really serious now. Right now, we're in January. Within the next 3 months, right? Especially just say when spring starts, how much places do you think this man or America will be in fully entrenched? What do you think will happen next in America or out there in the world? Do you really think that other countries are going to try to attack America? Because they're all in danger right now. Iran is in danger. North Korea, that's the only reason they're talking. North Korea is in danger. Russia, I don't know, like they're fighting them on the other, front, the economic front. But anybody who is like a North Korea and is like Iran, they're gonna take them out. He would love to take those countries out, and that would be his legacy. Trump would love to do that. Take out the Iranian Islamists and take out the Kim guy. Would love to do that. Go down in history like that. Now he wants to take over Greenland, but Denmark is saying they're gonna stand against America, basically threaten the American military. That's what Denmark is doing. They're threatening the American military if they think they're going to go to Greenland and take it over. Guess what? They're going to go to Greenland and take it over. And when they take over Greenland, they're going to probably take over Denmark if you think you're going to fight against America. So this is not going to end in a good situation. Guaranteed, if Denmark thinks they're going to defend against America, when they go to Greenland, they will take Denmark too over. He's showing you the power of the American military. That's what Donald Trump is showing people, what he can do with the American military. Right now, they got their own problems. Right now, in America, they got problems with their the ICE, the immigration agency, and that might silence them down for a while. People are hoping that might take the attention away from other world situations, the ICE. But remember, you got a vice president. There's a vice president in America named Vance, and he's the one who was talking about the immigration thing, about ICE going to door to door, and ICE continuing their mission. So remember, there's a vice president also. So he's handling the domestic side more. Trump is handling the international side more. And like I'm saying, he I think he wants war. I think Donald Trump wants war. He wants the war. He wants to show people what America can do to make America great again. Guaranteed, Mr. Trump wants war. And you're not going to stop it. This is scary for a lot of people in the world. The man wants war. He wants to see blood. He might claim he doesn't, but he does, right? And Mr. Vladimir Putin, Vladimir, for sure, Vladimir, he wants war too. Guaranteed, he wants war. Knocked off the stream. I never seen that. Holy, that's something different. That's something different. That's to show you I'm talking some shit. Y'all stopped my stream. That's crazy. That is crazy. What am I saying? I must be hitting a nerve. 'Cause I've never seen this happen before. I never seen them knock out the stream like that. I've been streaming for a good while. I ain't never seen that. That is something different. Knocking out the stream, people. See, they don't want the truth. I never seen that shit happen. And you resume again? And you resume again? YouTube, much respect for bringing back the stream. People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff, because they truly don't want no one to talk about it. But like I'm saying, America wants the war, right? And thanks for YouTube for restarting my stream, because this has to go out there. They're trying to silence people, because I never seen that before. They knock out the stream for a while, then I restarted the stream just like that. That's some new shit. So obviously they're watching. They are watching. But what I'm saying, America, they want war. I'm talking about the administration right now. They want war. They're doing it through economics. They don't care. They're hitting every country with the terrorists. And Russia, right now, they're angry with America. He's not happy with America. He thought that America would not, Putin thought that America wouldn't get involved too much with the Ukraine situation. Canada, we're involved with this Ukraine situation, giving billions of dollars to Ukraine, billions of dollars to Ukraine, saying the Canadian military's main goal is to protect the Ukraine. That's some crazy shit. So we're putting ourselves in the spotlight for Russia. We're putting ourselves in the spotlight for Russia. You guys don't, yo, Canadians, you better open up your eyes about your government putting you in danger, because Mr. Carney, is saying that the military in Canada is dedicated to Ukraine, and they're giving billions of dollars, all this money to Ukraine, but there's people in Canada suffering. Doesn't make no sense. There are people actually who are poor in the streets in so-called the Great White North who are suffering. But we are giving billions of dollars to Ukraine to fight Russia. Right now, Canada is the enemy of Russia, because what we're doing, we're openly showing all the support to the Ukraine. America probably is supporting Ukraine, but they want to stay a little bit more quiet. You're not seeing Trump saying anything against Russia in regards to Ukraine right now, even though Zelensky had a visit to Washington, and he got disrespected, right? So this World War III is something that's real. They cut me off in my live stream not too long ago. When I'm talking about it, I've never seen anything like this before. It's kind of strange. So this is show you the age of information. They don't want shared, right? They fear the truth. They really fear the truth out there. But this is the truth, what I'm telling you. All the whole entire world is feeling the effects, right? They're feeling the effects from the tariffs. Let me know. You're feeling the effects from the tariffs. And Trump, the American president, put it out there. That's his economic war. Um, he wanted to take over Canada, even if it was a joke, saying the 51st state. He's basically telling you he's a dictator, the same way how Mr. Putin is saying he doesn't care and he wants Ukraine. So Trump is kind of getting influenced by Putin, because Putin is claiming Ukraine is theirs. He's saying Ukraine is theirs. Um, we have the right to go there. And the whole thing about that war, they want to take over Ukraine. That's the thing about the whole entire war, is to take over Ukraine. If Ukraine gave up and said, yes, we'll give up, right? No more war. So America, Trump is trying to do the same thing with Greenland now. He wants to do that. He has done that. Venezuela is claiming there will be elections. He's saying there will be elections, and he will fully um, give them independence as if he sees a good leader coming to Venezuela. But he wants to do the same thing with Greenland. He wants to take over Greenland because it's military. It's good for the American military. That's why he wants to take over the Ukraine. I mean, not the Ukraine, Greenland. See, I'm getting mixed up because all these superpowers want to take over some type of place. So America wants to take over Greenland. Will Greenland fight back like the Ukraine? Will that happen? Will they fight back like the Ukraine? I really don't think so. They don't have millions and millions of people. I'm hearing there's only 30,000 people, maybe 300,000 people. I think it's 30,000 people in Greenland, and Greenland is basically for the taking. Like I said earlier, Trump put this out there. If they don't take control of Greenland, if they don't take control of Greenland, Russia or China will take control of Greenland, and they don't want Russia or China to take any control of Greenland. They want it. There's I'm hearing there may be bases up there, so they want it for their military, right? They got a base, I think, in Cuba right now. America has tons of bases. They have tons of bases all around the world for a reason. Does anybody really question that? America has tons of bases all around the world with the military. So they want this one. It's obviously very important. And he's getting support to take over um, Greenland, right? A lot of oil companies have to come talk to America now for Venezuela. Imagine that. A lot of these oil companies have to talk to America for Venezuelan oil. No tankers are going to be leaving Venezuela unless America approves it. No oil tankers. Damn. So as the days go by, as the weeks go by, as the months go by, it's not going to be nice, right? Because a lot of places are going to feel the effects of America taking over Venezuela, right? A lot of them are going to feel the effects. But yeah, bless up to everybody. Please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Guaranteed what's going on now is some filtration on the internet because, like I said, my stream got knocked out earlier and I could restart it back again. I never seen that happen ever. Never seen that happen. That the stream stops and restarts. So obviously, I'm saying something what they don't like, or they're trying to filter out who is tuning in. Guaranteed, they're trying to filter out who's tuning in. But yeah, World War III is already going on. It's going on through economics. It's going on through a lot of things, but economics is the main thing, and he's using the tariffs as a weapon to make other countries suffer if they don't give in to whatever he feels America needs. Right? He wants to make America great again. Russia, they want to make Russia great, I guess, great again by attacking Ukraine or having this war with Ukraine. Um, Israel, they're just chilling and relaxing and watching the whole show. Maybe Israel might be the one to attack Iran. Maybe that might happen. Maybe America might give Israel the okay to go and do something to Iran. Would that be a good situation to have Israel attack Iran? How will that work out in the Arab world or the Muslim world? Will America allow Israel to attack Iran instead of them? Maybe that's what might happen. You might see Israel attack Iran instead of America doing it. And then America might come in and do something. That's what I'm saying basically. We might see that. But World War III is already in motion, people. Don't think it's not. It's been in motion because all it's about is the money. All it's about is money and power. Money and power. You're seeing them talk about oil, right? You're seeing them talk about um, different what's called situations in the world, and America has been dealing with Ukraine giving them money, giving them military support, and Russia's been fighting Ukraine and losing 30,000 troops. So they lost 30,000 troops since the war. That's a lot. That's a lot, man. 30,000. How much more is Russia willing to lose? Right? How much more? But bless up to YouTube. I know they're filtering out whatever chats are going on, especially political chats. They're filtering out stuff talking about the war on these platforms. 100% they are filtering out what's going on in the world of YouTube, because I seen the evidence today by my stream getting knocked out. Then I restarted the stream. So guaranteed, um, the American government doesn't like people talking about what's going on, because especially if it's for real, right? Because Mr. Trump is threatening uh, to go places. 100%. He's saying he'll go to Iran. He's putting it out there where he will go, and that's it's not like anything good he's doing. So people, bless up for joining the Down to Earth Network live stream, right? This episode is called World War III. And this is your host, Sean Myrie. I'm out. Bless up.